Hey, what's going on, guys? Matt here, aka Thanatos, and today I'm going to be doing a top 10 acquisitions of 2017. I know it's a little late, but better late than never, I suppose. And then I'm also going to go over my 2018 top 10 want list. I know a lot of you guys have been posting videos of this on YouTube, so I figured I'd jump in on that party because setting goals is important. My wife says that setting goals and planning ahead is very vital to achieving what you want. And I'm sure she doesn't want this to be the goal that I set for this year, but I'm pretty excited. This past year was really good. I didn't really get heavy into comic book collecting until 2016, so I'm still pretty new at all this. But so far, I've gotten what I wanted. This year is going to be a little different, mostly because moving here to Colorado Springs, and my family isn't here yet. They're moving up in towards the end of the summer after the school year. So trying to buy a house and all that might limit what comics I go looking out for. So a lot of my top 10 want list are fairly inexpensive and I think quite achievable for this year. So without further ado, let's start with the top 10 acquisitions of this year in no particular order. I'll probably save the best to last, but I'm sure you guys can guess which one that is. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8 slabs, which I'm going to go ahead and say are my top 8 comic books that I've got this year. Number 1, these came back. I just showed you guys these in my videos, so I'm not going to go over them too much in depth. Hawkman number 4, which is the first appearance and origin of Zatanna. I'm sure I've talked your ear off about how much I love Zatanna, and I understand that this cover is Hawkman 4, so Hawkman has to be on the front, but I really wish it would have been really cool to have her up on the front of this cover. Really surprised it came back. I'm not surprised it came back at 5.0, but I was really happy about that because the ones that I had saved on my watch list and that I had put offers in were all CGC 3.0s or 3.5s, and I got this for the same price, less than that, raw, and I just happened to get really lucky with the CGC grade. Next, from that same CGC order, was my Turok, or 4-color number 596, my first appearance of Turok, and like my first Golden Age comic, so obviously that opens a whole new door, and like I've said before, I'm going to try not to go into the deep end with these Golden Age comics. Not on my want list this year, but Turok number 656, I think, which is the second appearance of Turok, might be in the future, but for now, super happy to have first appearance of Turok. This one I picked up off of eBay. Again, huge Green Lantern grail for me. Green Lantern number 76, which is the first time that Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil, not Danny, start the whole Green Lantern, Green Arrow story. Huge Bronze Age. I mean, people consider this to be the beginning of the Bronze Age of comic books. Really happy to get it in a 4.5, and it does, I don't know why it doesn't have a qualified grade, but it does say Neil Adams written on the first page in marker, so pretty cool to have that. Another awesome Neil Adams cover, which I got recently back from CGC, is my Green Lantern number 87, first appearance of John Stewart, second appearance of Guy Gardner. And I love this cover. I love this story. If you haven't read it yet, go pick it up. It's pretty intense, but definitely a great read. These Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil books were amazing. So definitely go pick this up if you haven't yet. Green Lantern Corps comes out 2019, maybe 2020. I don't know, but I imagine he will be in it. And then we have two modern age books. First being my Rick and Morty #1, graded at a 9.6. What's crazy, I got 2 of these. I sold one, which actually funded one of my other books coming up, and this was sent to me. I bought this from a third marketplace Amazon seller, third party marketplace seller, and I had it shipped to me in Afghanistan. So got a 9.6. They shipped it really well. Obviously, it got to me, and it has one little spine tick, which dropped it down to a 9.6. But this comic book, when season 3 came out for Rick and Morty, blew up. It was crazy expensive, and to get it at 9.6, I can't ask for anything more. 9.8 is kind of off the charts, like not even an option for me. So super happy with this. Hopefully I can get a Justin Roiland signature on this eventually. Wouldn't mind that. But this still says first appearance of Rick and Morty in comics, which I believe CBCS has changed recently to the first appearance of Rick and Morty in their own title. Next up is my girl Zatanna #16, my all-time favorite Adam Hughes cover. I sent this off to Trinity Comics and came back a 9.6, and it does have, I honestly don't know why it came back a 9.6. There's one non-color breaking spine tick. I did ask for it to be pressed, but it came back really quick, like in 3 months from after it got received. So I'm not too sure if it actually got pressed or not. So that might have been why the drop to a 9.6. But signed by Adam Hughes, and so good. So look at those legs. That's like the best Adam Hughes cover in my opinion. And he has a lot of amazing ones, but obviously being a Zatanna fan, this is it. This is the Zatanna Grail. And then talking about Rick and Morty, how it funded my next comic was the GSX numero uno, which I just showed you guys in my last video, which is why I wanted to hold off on this video a little bit so I could throw it in on my top 10 list. By the way, maybe I didn't figure out the glare as much as I thought I did, but you can kind of see my computer screen back. All I had to do was turn down the brightness. Why didn't anyone say that in the comments? You're not looking out for me, guys. So yeah, my wife is currently using the camera for my Siberian Huskies Instagram account, so maybe won't be getting that back anytime soon. If you want to follow him, Duke English on Instagram. He's adorable. So GSX numero uno 3.0, first appearance of the new X-Men. Love this. Literally my only Marvel grail. So I don't need any other Marvel comics. Hulk 181, don't need it. X-Men #1, don't need it. Squirrel Girl, whatever her first appearance is, don't need it. This is it. And that might change eventually, because I probably do need to branch out. I'm sure there's some really good Marvel stories that I should pick up. I am kind of a DC snob, so I do want to branch out a little bit as far as my reading is concerned. But whether or not I'm going to collect their actual comics, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds. I'm sure you guys can convince me. And then, last but not least, the one, the only, not last but not least, but I still have 2 more items, but this is, comic-wise, my #1 pickup this year. And every time I hold this, I get mad excited. I know I just talked to Alex, the comic hoarder, about the way you feel when you have your holy grail. It's unreal. I don't have to collect comic books anymore if I didn't want to, because I've got it. I told him I bought this on Reddit for $1,250, and now you find 3.0s at 2,000 or higher. So I got a steal on it. Came back graded certified, which was my biggest fear. I was really worried about the whole potentially restored and all that. Came back a 3.0. First Silver Age appearance and origin of the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. And I love, DC, what they did, their comic book covers for their Silver Age first appearances were amazing. I mean, look at Showcase 4, Showcase 22, they're fantastic. So, maybe not Hawkman 4, but as far as the Showcase ones were concerned, amazing. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better first appearance cover for Hal Jordan, in my opinion. Look at that old school giant flying plastic jet, now only $1. That thing looks huge. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody did anyone ever actually cut these out and send it in for a giant flying plastic airplane? I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've seen anyone with a qualified grade or anything with that cut out. Anyway, Green Lantern. This stays in my safe all the time, FYI. But I take it out almost daily to look at it. Okay, last two items are not comic books. I also collect books. I do occasionally. I'm a big first edition, first printing kind of guy. Nothing too old. Mostly the books that I grew up with. And this one I got fairly recently in 2017. After I read it, I love reading, and I really enjoy the feeling of getting lost in a book. I don't know if, I'm sure a lot of you guys have read Harry Potter and all that stuff, but that feeling where you can't put it down, you have to finish it, and you just go through them real quick. I've noticed that I haven't really had that feeling recently. Brandon Sanderson's work gets me into that zone, and I have all of his books. Terry Goodkind was a big one. I do a lot of epic fantasy stories, and this one is a little different. It's a standalone. There's a movie coming out soon, but when I found out how expensive this first edition, first printing was, obviously I wasn't going to go buy it at full market value on eBay. But I did go to a lot of used bookstores around me, and holy crap, I found one. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, a first edition, first printing, and you can see on the back, I paid $11.95 for it. Unfortunately, this is on the dust jacket. I will have to figure out a way to get that off without ruining the book. But if you have not read this yet, go out and get yourself a copy, especially if you are into sci-fi or video games or anything. It is amazing. You can see there the whole number line, first edition. This book, when I last checked, was selling for over $200, almost $300 on eBay. Even library editions were over $100. So finding this for $10, 11, 12 bucks was a steal, and I'm super happy I found it. And every time I go to a used bookstore, I always look for this because it is fairly modern. Chances are pretty good you might find it. I know the library that was at Herbert Field in Florida had one, and I was really tempted to just be like, hey, I lost this book, I don't know what happened to it, you should just charge me full price for it. But I didn't. Integrity first. So that is one of them. And then lastly, my tattoo artist, I got to see him right before Christmas, and he is amazing. I'm sure you guys have seen that I have a full sleeve with the Green Lantern symbol right there. But he does prints, and he hooked me up. You can also see them on the wall. Dave Koenig from 10th Sanctum Tattoo, he did those 3 pieces behind me, and then he hooked me up with these amazing prints. I have more at my house in Florida, huge prints, and I can't get enough of his artwork. So I love hanging this stuff, and this was number 1 of 200. So Dave, if you end up watching this, thank you so much. I'm going to get another custom frame for these. He got me this one, which is awesome. I'm pretty sure this is going to be used as a label for a upcoming whiskey or beer that he was talking about. And then some not safe for work down here. She's upside down. I think that's just a sticker. But here we have another print, and then another. So Dave hooked me up with 3 of these. I love his artwork. I've known him for about 10 years, and he's just gotten better and better. If you ever stop through Omaha, Nebraska, and go to 10th Sanctum Tattoo downtown, chances are he'll be booked. He books way out in advance, but quality tattoos are worth the wait, and they're worth the price. It's on your body forever. So whether you just want a tattoo or to buy some of his artwork, I think you can look him up online, dkonigart.com. He's amazing, and he's a really, really cool guy. So shout out to him. And oh, I guess I should go into my 2018 want list. Oh, last, I'll make it a little haul. I got this in the mail from Amazon. I forgot I pre-ordered it. Boom. I don't get a lot of these pops, but I had to pick up me some Pickle Rick from Rick and Morty. He will go up there with my Rick and Morty and some Harry Potter ones. So I have my 2018 want list, and I do have pictures on my phone of them as well. So let's do this. Number 10. I'm just going to show it to you guys. It's going to take too long. So I have Showcase number 23, which is the second appearance of Hal Jordan. Bam! I've been looking at a couple of these recently, but I decided to upgrade a certain comic of mine, one of my biggest grails. Instead of picking up one of these, I would rather wait and try to get this in at least a matching 3.0 as my Showcase 22 to kind of keep them all above 3, a 3 grade. Second Hal Jordan, awesome cover. If you get it graded, it has like atomic explosion in the background on the label. Next up will be I guess I can put this down now. I really want a House of Secrets 92, the first appearance of Swamp Thing. I think it's one of the coolest covers of all time. It's got that pre-code horror feel to it, and it's just super cool. Like her face is amazing. Like awesome Bernie Wrightson. Rest in peace, brother. Really cool cover, really cool book. And then let's find the next one. Following the Green Lantern tradition, I also need a Showcase number 24, which is the third appearance of Hal Jordan. It's got this weird octopus guy on it. I have the whole Omni of Showcase 22 through, I think, Green Lantern like 26. It's a huge book, and I have not read these 2 comics yet. So when I get that back, I think it's still down in Florida. I have to make sure I read these. But this is on my want list for 2018. Number 3. Number 4. I don't know if that might not pop up. Kind of hard to see. Swamp Thing number 37, which is Saga of Swamp Thing 37, the first appearance of John Constantine. I kind of want to do the whole Justice League Dark group. And then number 6 is Sandman number 1, the first appearance of Morpheus. I just skipped number 5, which I did that on accident, but it was New Teen Titans number 2, the first appearance of Deathstroke. And I didn't mean to skip it, but it's because I already got it. And I just closed out on my pictures. Way to go, me. Yeah, so let's go back. Sandman number 1 is my number 6 most wanted. It is the first Morpheus. And then going back into some more Green Lantern books, Green Lantern number 2, First Weaponers of Quard, is my number 7 most wanted book. Like I said in my last video, I kind of want to fill out my Green Lantern Volume 2 series. Whether or not I complete it or not, I mean, it would be nice to get like the first, I don't know, 50 of them, which includes my number 8, which is Green Lantern number 16, the first appearance of Star Sapphire, Carol Ferris when she becomes Star Sapphire. Kind of a cool first appearance. And then the last 2 are fairly easy to find and easy to get. They are Tales of the Teen Titan number 44 is my number 9, first appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing. I've added this to my cart so many times, and I've seen it in the wild, and I always consider picking it up, and I never do. And then last but not least, Shazam number 1, the first appearance of Shazam, or Captain Marvel, and his whole family since the Golden Age. So another really easy to find book, and another book that I've had in my checkout cart multiple times, and I just never pulled the trigger. So this year I'm gonna do it, and hopefully. So right now I am 1 of 10. I got the new Teen Titans number 2, which I'll be sending off to CGC here pretty soon. Raw, it's probably a 7.5. After a pressing, I might get really lucky at a 9.0, but we'll see. That is it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this. This is probably my longest video, but I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. I'm going to make another video here soon with that second haul from Colorado Springs, and then I need to start coming up with some ideas for my 100 subscriber, because I think I'm only like 6 away. So 100 subscriber contest, which I will plan out this week. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and have a great day.